This is your boy 12 Inch, and this is Asin. Listen, that was one of the best games I've seen all year. I was all the way in it, man. It was thrilling. And the change of possession was quite crazy. I mean, you got to see it all in this game. The 49ers beat the Lions, and we're talking about 34-31. It wasn't really that close. There were some missed opportunities by Detroit, but it wasn't really that close because at the end, the 49ers kind of allowed them to go down the field and kill the clock. So they just go ahead and win out the game. But we're talking about an amazing play. We're talking about Detroit in the beginning came out just manhandling. I'm talking about manhandling the San Francisco 49ers. I was watching that like, what is going on? Like, it was 24-7 at halftime. We're talking about, Jared Goff back there just throwing dimes, running David Montgomery hard, him breaking off, chunks of yards like he always does. And it looked like they were just like smooth sailing on all their way to winning and heading to the Super Bowl. That's what I thought it was going to be. But myself, personally, at halftime, I was like, no, if any team could come back from this, it would be the 49ers. And that's who I picked to win. And unlike the Baltimore Ravens, the 49ers did come through and click and start making the adjustments. So they go into halftime, right? The game looks like it's pretty much a wash. It's done on the San Francisco side. But the better coaching and the better offensive weapons won the game. They came out with a great game plan. First possession, they go right down the field and score. At this point, Brock Purdy was looking quite amazing. For being like the last pick of the draft, this man looked like the second coming of Tom Brady, just throwing dimes, hitting people. Throughout the whole second half, I think he ran for an additional, 49 yards, but he ripped out 3 runs that you would never expect Brock Purdy to do. I mean, he wasn't Justin Fields like, but damn, you don't even need that the way he was starting to manipulate the defense and the way he was getting people open and throwing them open and starting to rip off runs. He had 3 great runs. And by the end, they were starting to put it away. There were some mishaps on the Detroit side. A lot of people get hit straight in the gut by Jared Goff with the ball, dropping it like Amon-Ra St. Brown. But one of the best plays of the game, which was a wild play, Brock Purdy drops back. He launches like a 50-yard bomb. It's out there. It's out ahead of him. The receiver. It bounces off the Detroit player's helmet, off his face mask, pops up, and the receiver catches the ball right there on the 6. And after a couple more downs, Brock Purdy was able to maneuver and throw that thing in perfect. From that point on, they just kept on, pressing that metal to the pedal. They just kept giving the gas. They had their foot on the neck of the Detroit Lions, and they were not giving it up. I'm talking about the second half. It's like they just came out and did whatever they had to do. You saw each side put everything they had in that game. They left everything on the field. I mean, like, it was an exciting game. The adrenaline was pumping. This is one of the best games and one of the best playoff things that could have happened. But in the end, you got the San Francisco 49ers 34 to the Detroit Lions 31. And that's the recap. But before I go, I have to say that this sets up probably one of the best Super Bowls that we've seen in a long time. You got the 49ers, who are arguably probably the best in the NFC, and you can never count out the Chiefs as you saw, as Lamar could probably tell you. So I think this is going to set up to be an amazing Super Bowl. It's going to be a lot of fun. So grab your food, grab your beer, grab your popcorn, whatever you like to grab that, and you guys are going to be locked in. The game's going down in Las Vegas, February 11th, and it's going to be a rematch of the 2020 Super Bowl when these two teams met last time. But this time, it might be a different story. It just might be. We'll see if Kansas City can get their offense clicking, and we'll see if San Francisco can get theirs clicking a little bit earlier. But all in all, it should be a great game. Well, I'm your boy 12 Inch. I appreciate you guys watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. On top of that, you already know, your boy 12 Inch just put his foot down. But next time we pull up in your YouTube feed, get your ass in.